Noah Ayala, brother.
What it do? It's the G's of them all. East side up on NOAHTV. You bitch, you.
We are here with the OG, the legend, notorious Mr. Trey Deee.
East side up, homie.
Hey man, thank you for taking the time.
You know how we doing, Noah. What it is, man.
I'm a very, very big fan. Growing up in Northern California, your music was always a window before I moved out here full time of what it was like in Southern California.
Wow, that's large, man, because that's what I try to do. I try to depict the actual lifestyle down here and not just rap in general.
Word. Now, I guess we could start off. I mean, welcome home. You just came home, right?
Yes, sir. Appreciate that. Been home a year. Can
you explain what happened? Or
yeah, I mean, it's really not an explanation. I could tell you it was a shooting that took place, and I had to wind up taking a deal for 12 years because I was facing 122. And it all went bad, so I didn't want to get nowhere near that number. So, I opted for the best I can get, and went there and walked off 10 and a half years, and, came back still standing tall, still on G status.
So what was that, end of 2004, early 2005?
Beginning of 2003.
Wow.
Yeah, so beginning of 2003, I was released April of 2014.
What's life like when you're in prison for 10 years. I know you're not completely shut off from the world, but what does that feel like when you get out and now you have like Facebook and Twitter and
Well, I was actually on Twitter in the pen. I was the homies had devices up there. I had one myself, but it was before that really got big, and once I got caught with it, I was on the hot sheet, so I really couldn't sit up with them no more. So I would use my homies' devices, and I had a Twitter account since like 2012.
Damn.
Yeah. And I got out in 2014, so I was kind of savvy with it. And the young homies was like, "Nah, Instagram, D, I'm telling you, IG popping. You gonna use IG?" I'm like, "Man, I ain't tripping off IG. I'm gonna stay on this Twitter." You know what I mean? And yeah, IG popping though. Yeah.
So I assume everyone in prison does not get that treatment.
Well, a lot more than you would think. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta be able to pay for what you want in there.
Really? So that's like the main thing, right? The whole thing is like the COs are on the take.
Some, very few. Admittedly, very few. It's more the ones who are on the take are more or less behind their own people, so they look out for their own people, more or less than just anybody free for all.
Right. Damn, that's crazy, man. But pretty much anything you want to get, you can pretty much.
Oh yeah, my boy birthday was yesterday. He's in the facility. I said, "What you gonna do for your birthday today, homie?" He said, "Shit, I'm gonna drink me some Hennessy." And, I said, "You got actual Hennessy?" He said, "Yeah." And he sent me a flick blowing a fat one too, like he was standing in the park. I said, "Yeah, you own."
Okay, so this actually leads into my next question I wrote down perfectly, because how the hell do you record albums in jail, man? I saw the Vlad interview you did, and I heard you say something real quick about how you recorded these mixtapes in jail, and there's a documentary,
Yeah, I mean, the documentary gonna expose a whole lot of avenues for prisoners in there to be able to express themselves, but, I usually... I'm one for sharing knowledge and imparting wisdom on those who I feel deserve it. But this is a situation where the game is actually meant to be sold and not told.
Oh!
So that's going to be documented, and we'll be able
is
to
it
get
already
the information
done?
from there. No, it's not done yet. I'm right now. I'm in the process of stamping my label, Supreme Circle Music Group, and I got a new video out and things like that. So that's what I'm mashing for right now, not really the movie.
Nice. Mm-hmm. I'm copping that for sure. I'm definitely copping that. Now the thing that's dope about interviewing you is because obviously we could talk about your music, but I mean, if we just talked about the music, we wouldn't be doing Nobody Watching This justice, because you have a lot more, right? So I wanted to get your opinion on everything that's going on with the police right now. I mean, we got Baltimore, we got Ferguson, we got Tamir Rice. Where is that? In Ohio, I think. And what's your take on?
We just had L.A. yesterday, and I think somewhere out in the IE, maybe not too a couple of days ago. It's like it's out of hand, and like I said, it's funny that you asked that, because that's what I posted on Twitter today. That was my tweet for the day. I usually get on there and put out something that juggle people's thoughts, and I said that there has to be someone giving orders for these police to be on this shoot first, don't hesitate thing. So I don't know if it's population control, I don't know if it's trying to start something to get people that's ill prepared to react and to defend themselves, to get out there so martial law can be enforced and enacted. I don't know what it is, but I definitely think it's a plan that's just being started right now, because you done had anarchy in Greece, about the euro, Putin and went out there and, took over Ukraine, and, it's like, it's world domination going on. So, we've been living free and easy for, a couple of 100 years now. So now it's time for people really probably to see, how a police state can be, and, what we got to do to, survive and hold them off and perpetuate our
And it's crazy because, I mean, the one thing, like, you ask people of color, Mexican, black especially, the one thing that everyone agrees on, and it's very hard to get a lot of people to agree on anything, is that, we get treated unfairly by the cops. Like, you ask the average person of color, like I'll tell you what happened. My girlfriend works at the airport. So I drop her off at work one day, and there's a cop outside, and you see like this white dude ask the cop like something friendly, like directions or a question. And I laugh with my girlfriend as she's getting out the car. I'm like, I would never do that. And I was joking, but I was telling the truth.
Yeah.
And I think I say all that just to say I think this is the first time where, thanks to the internet, camera phones, people being able to, communicate a lot more effectively. This is the first time we can be like, look, it's happening. You know what I mean? And I think you're starting to see the reaction because you're starting to see what a lot of people's true colors are.
I agree with the protests, and a guy just killed a police officer. Well, he shot him, and the police officer wound up dying in New York the other day. So now he's charged with murder. I really I believe that it's good that we are actually able to show what's going on and show the reaction to it and everything. But at the same time, if it has no merit in the justice system, and this is what we have to depend on for our justice, if they can look at things like this and not really acknowledge that it's a problem, and instead of sending troops in to hold off the people's protests and things of that nature, why aren't they sending in teams to rid these foul nests of officers, full of corruption, and pockets of scandal and things of this nature? It's always cover up. Like when the guy shot the guy in the back and he died. It was like they called back and found out that they were trying to get them to doctor up his service records to show that he was better trained in the use of firearms than he was. So they're always going to protect themselves, and they're going to be protected because the police are the enforcers of the government's rule.
Yep, and I mean, to take it a step further, this is one on the YouTube channel, not so much the radio show because you can't really say stuff like this on the radio, but on the YouTube channel, one of the themes we have is the government and how the government is controlled by corporations at this point. And I mean, you got to realize that your government is a corporation at this point, and the prisons are corporations. They are. So it's really modern day slavery.
All the way around, and you have to be capable of infiltrating the system at some level to be able to have enough power to even establish something for yourself and for for those not just of like mind but of like spirit that's with going through the length of the struggle and all that to really make a change, because just sitting back crying and and pointing fingers and all that, that's not really gonna get nothing done. So I think we have to return fire for fire, and that's that can be taken literally, figuratively, allegorically, or however.
However other ways there is to take it, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's bring it to some music, man.
Yeah.
I watched the new video.
Right.
What's the name of the song for the people who don't know?
On the block.
On the block.
With 2 C's at the end.
As soon as yup. I'm sure most people caught that.
Yes.
But I pressed play on the video. The beat is dope, by the way.
Well,
You're spitting game on there.
Yes.
Yeah. There's definitely a message in the song, so that's dope. But as soon as the video starts, it's just boom, camera zoomed in, 21st and Lewis.
Yeah, the hood.
What was that video shoot like? Because a lot of rappers, I mean, from what I hear, don't really do that. I don't know if they can't do that, or I don't know if they don't want to do that. I know everybody has an individual story, so I'm not trying to talk shit. But how did that go about? How are you able to
well,
do something
I actually
like that?
didn't even announce it. I told a few homies the day before, and it was like, I'm gonna be in the hood tomorrow on the block, doing this video. So, a couple of y'all come through and, just get down with me. So, the real ones, the real ones who were able to showed up. I got a lot of homies that's in good positions, that's employed and everything, and I salute that. Got to take care of their kids and families and things. So, it was good enough for the message that I was trying to impart. And it was like, the block is here and it's always going to be here. And if you're not certified on the block, then, like you alluded to, you can't just hit the block and do what you want to do on the block. So, I was kind of like throwing that little green screen thing up in their face that they be doing at y'all.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because a lot of rappers are on that green screen, man.
Yeah.
You said
I'm on the blue screen.
you said a key word right now, man. You said the word certified, and this is something that we do talk about on the radio show weekly, if not almost nightly. We always in hip hop right now. I guess it's trendy to be a blood. I don't know, but I mean, you have people like. And I'm not talking shit about these people because I don't know their past like that. But I mean, you had Ray J and Chris Brown and even people like I Love McConan, Lil Wayne and Jim Jones, and they're all bloods. They're all gang affiliated. So what we always talk about on the radio show is we'll pick a rapper and we'll be like, are they paying? You know what I mean? Are they getting extorted? Like, are they paying to be on the set? Like. Is that like a real thing? Are a lot of rappers like doing that, or is that kind of just like hip hop myth?
I would say it was myth. I would say more than probably are known, but a lot of them are just claiming from affiliation with other people who are actually involved, and then some take it and just use it as a connection, and others just go out of hand and blow it out of proportion, and they really not built like that. And it always come time when they bluff is called, and the next story will be out there about who bitched up.
Let me ask you this. I'm a rapper from Atlanta. I'm popping right now.
Yeah.
I come to Trey Deee. I'm like, Trey Deee, I'm trying to be down with the set. I want to be a Crip. I'll blue rag everything in my video. You can come to the video shoot. What do you tell me? And you don't know me from a can of paint. I'm just you know me because I'm popping right now, but.
Well, if it was something about you that I really thought was sincere, we could probably kick it for a minute and I'll pick your brain and see really where you was going with what you presented. And if I just felt it was just something for the moment, trying to be affiliated just for the flash or whatever like that, I'd probably discourage you. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, go on somewhere with that, man. You better stay in your lane, man. Be happy with what you got, whatever. But if I thought you would storm down with it, I take you out there in the ocean and, you know, let you holler at some sharks and see if you still wanted to swim in the water. And if you did, you know what I mean? Shit, the turf would be popping.
okay, but I hear what you're saying, but I don't think this new generation is thinking like that.
And
these youngins. Because that's like old school rules. Like, that's like, I'm going to jump you in type shit. Like, I don't even know how many cats do that now.
No, yeah, you don't. Well, where I'm from, we don't do walk-ins. You know, we got the most, you know, I'm from the most notorious gang in Long Beach. You know, I don't even got to say the name. Anybody know what it is. And, you know, we don't, we never, you know, did walk-ons. I don't care if, you know, your auntie, you know, was the councilwoman and, you know, we thought we could make power moves through you to do that. No, you still had to take some pain and give some pain to make sure you knew what pain was. So, you know, no, I don't agree with how they doing it right now. But hey, they ain't Crips, so I don't give a fuck.
So yeah, so we're talking about basically people that are certified and not certified. Mm-hmm. And another topic that comes up, and this is pretty much nightly, man. We have our certified conversations. And he was involved in some news today, by the way, is a Young Thug.
That's a fag rapper. Oh man, what's the politically correct word now? The transgender? Well, he ain't got his shit changed yet. I don't know what the dude is, man. I ain't never listened to his music and that. I just heard the dude say Baby was his girl or he loved Baby or something. And then I seen him walk in the ring with Adrian Broner and Baby wasn't whooping his ass. And I'm like, what in the world going on? So I don't, hey bro, anything Young Thug related, don't know, don't give a damn. Hey, fuck him. I don't even know the dude, but fuck him. Yeah, it's too weird for the kid.
Oh man. So it's safe to say that. So how does a rapper like Young Thug claim blood?
I mean, wow.
Who's allowing that to happen?
I mean, I don't think real ones are allowing it to happen. You know, I can say a salute to, you know what I'm saying, the real bloods that I know, you know what I'm saying, and I've been interacting with since, you know, I came, you know, into the gang culture, you know, I mean, fighting with them, embracing them, you know, when we had to do our thing together, you know, the whole spectrum. I don't think it's something that's being allowed on a scale like, you know, that's the good thing to do. But it's like, you know, hey, homie, you know, if they want to be a part of it, you know, latch on to them, charge them. We have access to, you know, whatever we want through them, whatever they got action at, you know. And I think it's just, you know, it's a circus now. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I don't take half that shit serious no more because, you know, ain't nobody really trying to, motherfuckers, you know, too many people trying to, you know, be sitting on fat rims and, you know, wearing a dope chain and, you know, wearing a mohawk. You know, that's pretty much what people into these days. So,
so let me ask you about this with the game and Young Thug. It was kind of like breaking news that just happened. What, last night?
I'm not aware. Last night, what was I doing last night?
Well, apparently, you guys hear about this? How the game basically said he was going to fuck Young Thug up when he saw him, or something like that. And then Young Thug, I didn't even see Young Thug's response yet, but I know Young Thug responded on. Did you guys see the Young Thug response?
Yeah. Well, ain't Game affiliated with the Cash Money or Young Money Camp or something?
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
I mean, that's not hard to set up. Stunner, set that up. Set that up, Stunner. That needs to happen. Get that out the way, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, me and you will holler, you can tell me about dude, whatever, how you let dude get away with saying that or something. That's not a good look, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you how to run yours. You know, me and you done always had a mutual respect level, you know, but, yeah, man, that's, I mean, I ain't even homophobic like that, bro, but, you know, when you fuck around with G's, man, that shit ain't gangster, homie. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, man. I've just always been curious about that. And, you know, I kind of want to stay diplomatic. I don't know Young Thug, but I just know what I see. And I know, especially being from California and the West Coast.
We don't do that.
Ooh, yeah, man. So for me, I'm like, yo.
No, and we don't do no frivolous work.
Yeah, like.
You know what I mean? Motherfucker get his chin checked out here fast.
Yeah, man. It's so crazy out here because I grew up in a city called Stockton.
Yeah, I know about Stockton. I know
Yeah,
about Tracy.
Which I mean, everybody talks about Compton and South Central.
My boy Tone from Stockton.
Stockton is right up there, and in Northern Cali, we growing up in high school, we didn't have like colors like that. But even just out of respect for motherfuckers from Southern California, we didn't do that. Like we wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
So that's how serious we took it. Like just so to see somebody like Young Thug just hop on.
If they letting people endorse them, if you can be around mafioso members, while they discussing business or, while they doing whatever they doing, then they're exposing their infrastructure to you. You know what I'm saying? And then if you expose your infrastructure to somebody, that's pretty much welcoming them into what you're doing. So I can't even get mad at the dudes for falling behind that, but I think the people that have an influence on them that's connected with them should at least tell them the correct ways to represent it. But again, like I said, they ain't Crips. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Crip, nigga, Crip.
Let's bring it back to the music, because I know you got a couple projects coming out, right? Because from my understanding, you got a solo album, you got the East Siders album.
Yes.
Where can fans hear more of this game?
Oh yeah, well
that should be sold and not told.
Supreme Circle Music Group, we coming. You know what I'm saying? I got my album T3C project. It's called The Third Coming. You know what I mean? That's online for mid-summer release. Me and Goldie Loc doing the ES Gang. That's a totally separate venture from Supreme Circle. But who knows? We might be able to incorporate it into what we doing. Cognac the XO, formerly of Doggy's Angels. She got an album coming on Supreme Circle real soon. It's gonna be a mix. She gonna give y'all a mixtape, small mixtape, followed by our full project. We got Tim West, lyricist off the east side of Long Beach. His project is ready. His mixtape, Tim West 2, TIM2. This is Music 2. We're gonna be dropping that around the same time, maybe as the school release of the summer. And he's a young cat, real lyrical, and real personable, and got a lot to say. Beyond just bars, empty bars. A substance with it. And my boy Big Beats off the west side of Long Beach. He's like all around, maestro of music. He writes music, produces it, performs hooks, choruses, bridges, got bars, you know what I'm saying? So shoots videos, it's guys like, all around, dynamo. So, we're gonna put this project out maybe like when the summer's ending, and we just gonna push it like that, man. Have a real solid label. That's the nucleus right there. And we're gonna bring in some real good take it back style R&B, where people singing more about, their feelings than about their material possessions and things like that. So, we just want to have a foundation for good music to reign on the West Coast like it has been. Shout out to Ruthless, shout out to Death Row, shout out to Aftermath, Now it's going to be the SCMG way.